Good morning, beautiful people, and Happy New Year. Welcome to my channel. This is the first of many video readings to come, I hope. I've been called to provide to you a general healing reading for the collective. So if you're finding this video, it is my belief that you were divinely guided here, and my hope that all or part of this reading will resonate with you and help you heal any hurts that you may have. So as you can see, I've already pulled the cards, and this particular spread was channeled from Spirit, specifically Archangel Michael. I watch a couple of reading channels and follow and subscribe to a couple of readers myself for various things, and wanted to do something that was a little bit different and unique. And so this is a 5-card healing spread that is basically going to identify what blocks you currently have, any actions that you might need to take in order to clear that block, and a potential outcome that could come as a result of clearing that block. We're also going to take a look at what are the internal forces, energies driving you right now, and also what are some external forces or energies. And then we finish it up with a soul coaching card as well as a wisdom card. So, we're going to take a look at the reading. And again, my belief is if you're finding this, it's because there's going to be some part of this message that you need to hear to help move forward. In the comments below, you'll see various options. If you'd like to order a private reading, you'll see options below of what you can do and how to contact me for that. And we can talk about any topic, whether it's a healing topic, finances, career, or relationships. So I'm certainly willing and able to help you, and you can see again below the different spreads that you can order. So let's get started. The first card that we have here is for the block. This is a major arcana card, which is really talking about, major cycles, major happenings in your life, set points on your journey. And so it's interesting that here we are at the beginning of a brand new year. And the block is new beginnings. And what we do know about people in general is that change is usually not a comfortable process for most people. And, this is an 11 year, it's a master number, which means that there's a lot of potential for manifestation. And so you have a lot of opportunity here to basically bring into your life whatever it is that you want. But we also know collectively that 2017 for a lot of people was it was a big year for a lot of change. And so, if you're resisting these changes in your life, you've got these karmic patterns that will keep repeating until you learn the lesson. And so the best advice, of course, is to embrace the new beginnings. And of course, this is the Fool card in the traditional tarot. I'm using John Holland's Psychic Tarot. And this card represents the Fool's journey, new beginnings, new starts, starting fresh. Spirit is, the universe is behind you. You've got unlimited potential ahead of you. And so blocking this kind of energy, of course, is going to keep you where you are. So as much as you can, we need to be healing this resistance to brand new beginning, healing the resistance to change. Embrace the change and you'll work through the process much faster. So the action card that was pulled is Love Begins. And then the traditional tarot, this is representative of the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Water. This is pure emotional energy. And so the action, to me, intuitively, is basically saying love begins. We need to be focusing more on inner and self-love, being open and to give and receive love. And with the the tough year that a lot of people had, it seems like there's a lot of people's heart chakras are closed off. And so the action here is really spend some time sort of reflecting back on, what does your self-talk look like right now? What are the things that you say and think about yourself? And then really identifying that, for the most part, none of that's really true. We're so hard on ourselves. And so the action of love begins is really about begin to pour this emotion, begin to pour this radiance of love onto yourself, and the universe will have no option but to project that back to you, bring that back to you. And so loving yourself, love begins. We've got a brand new year. What could you do to start the year with beautiful love energy radiating from yourself out to everyone else? Journaling is a good option. Okay, so then the possible or potential outcome card that we pulled is the wisdom card. And this, of course, in the traditional tarot represents the Hierophant, which is all about teaching and learning, gaining wisdom, going through the process. So it's the reading is basically saying, look, if we remove the resistance to the new beginning, we start with self-love and let it radiate out into the universe and to others and our families and friends, then the possible potential outcome will be gained wisdom. Moving to a higher level. It's also about connecting with source, creating a higher level of spiritual understanding. That's the potential outcome. So, removing the block, taking the action moves you to a higher state of being. That sounds like a beautiful place to be. So the card we have here for the internal force, the internal energy, is Angel of Balance. Okay, so notice that this is what we're saying is that internally we're having the force that the energy that we are either embracing or fighting, and intuitively you'll know is balance. We've got an 11 year, so you've got the 1 and 1. There's a lot of balance going on there. So taking a look at where in your life do you need to create balance? Where in your life are you experiencing a lack of balance? It always seems like sometimes, I know personally with my physical weight journey, I'm either really doing really well on my diet portion of it and finding myself not exercising as much, or I'm really exercising like a mad woman and yet my diet suffers. And so it's like finding that balance of, giving and taking. In order to do something more, you have to do something else less. So where is your life out of balance? Where do you need to bring some leveling energy into your life? Okay. And then the external force or external energy that's supporting us is the World card. And, if you look at this, the imagery here, you've got this person standing on the edge of a dock looking out up to, this big world. With expansiveness, just open. There's nothing blocking. There's nothing stopping. Basically, the world is your oyster. The universe is there to support you, and the world is there for you to create and take and have and be in whatever, whatever way you want. And notice we've got the 29, which reduces to 11. So again, your thoughts become things. This is a powerful manifesting year. The universe, the world, is here to support you with the 11 manifesting energy, with this expansiveness, this opportunity. There are no blocks here. Now, if you notice it's a little bit dark, that's because we usually have to deal with some part of our shadow self in order to reach out and take the world. We've got to clear those fears and clear those blocks, clear that fear of change. And when we do that, there's literally nothing stopping us from grabbing onto this world and just embracing it. So beautiful synchronicity here with the 11 and the 11 year, and beautiful energy here that, you know, the external forces are there to support you if you just release this block and embrace that self-love. So this is the soul coaching card that I pulled for us, and it's joy. And it says at the bottom, joy and ecstasy flow through me wildly and freely. And I love the synchronicity in this card too, because, you know, you've got the heart, which represents the love begins, and you've got the flow here. Okay, so this is new beginnings. This is joy, embracing the world. You know, we've got, of course, the blue circle here, which also represents the earth, the world. Lots of great synchronicity, lots of great energy there. So what could you do today to increase the joy in your life? You know, what one step you could take in order to increase the joy in your life? And just do it. It doesn't mean sitting and meditating for a couple of minutes, sitting in silence, playing with your kids, cooking a beautiful meal with your family. You know, what could you do to increase the level of joy in your life? And that's where you know, can really start embracing some of these changes and these new beginnings by allowing the joy in. And then the final card that I pulled for us is a Louise Hay Wisdom card. And it says, all my changes are easy to make. All my changes are easy to make. And so I love the synchronicity of that because, you know, the block, of course, is new beginnings. The block that we have in this reading is resistance to change. And so this is a beautiful affirmation to take with this reading, is that all my changes are easy to make. And so maybe we can take some time and just do some journaling, write down this affirmation, all my changes are easy to make, and then really identify, you know, what are some of the changes that you might be resisting to, and then just look at it honestly and say, is it really that hard? Is it really that different? Is it really that difficult to make this change? And if you just release the resistance for a second and then embrace the joy that will come as a result of these positive changes, you know, then those changes do become easy to make. The back of the card says, in order to change my life outside, I must change inside. The moment I am willing to change, it is amazing how the universe begins to help me. It brings me what I need. So again, let's look at the synchronicities here. In order to change my life outside, I must change inside. Again, the action card here was love begins, changing how you feel about yourself on the inside, embracing that self-love, okay? And then it says, the moment I'm willing to change, it's amazing how the universe begins to help me. It brings me what I need. And the external environment, the external force and energy is the world card. The universe wants to bring you beautiful things. I love the synchronicities here. Beautiful reading. So, again, thank you so much for watching my very first video for the new year in this new channel, and I'm excited about things to come. Hopefully some of this or all of this resonated with you. And again, if you'd like to contact me for a private reading, you can find information below. Happy New Year.